Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I've got this glowy sort of Charlotte Tilbury inspired look. So we're going to do a metallic shadow and a glowy skin. So excuse my quarantine nails because they are horrendous and I can't get my gel to stay on. So let's get started. I'm going to use a eye primer first of all, and then I'm going to be using the KKW Beauty palette, and I'm going to use these colours down here. So just taking a fluff brush, I'm going to start just with a base just on the crease, and then I'm going to go in with my metallic. And then taking a flatter brush, I'm going to go underneath the eye with that. And if you start with the eyes first, if you're using something that's like metallic, what will happen is then you can clean up the face before you go on and do your face makeup. And then I'm just going to take a short shader brush and pop it in a slightly darker metallic colour. And I'm just going to wing out the eye. Just blend it in between. And then I'm going to mix a little bit of this brown with this metallic and just do the same. And just flick like that, up and out. And then take your fluff brush and just blend it all in. I'm just going to take a black eyeliner and I'm going to wing this outwards. So just taking a short flat brush, just going to slightly smudge it. If you stretch your eyes when you're doing it, it also makes it much easier. And then just taking some micellar water and just clean off underneath. You see, I'm not touching the eyeshadow, just the very corners of it. You see how much fallout you get that would have gone on your foundation otherwise. So next I'm going to pop on my Cover FX foundation, just using a buffing brush. It's all over the face. So I'm going to warm this up in a minute because this foundation's quite light for me. But I just want to do the concealer first. So I'm going to use the Revolution Conceal and Hydrate. So just to the sides of the nose, not too close to the eyeshadow, and up. Just blend it all in. So what's everyone's favourite concealer at the minute? So I'm going to warm up my foundation. So I'm going to use Nars. I've got no idea how you pronounce that. I'll pop it below. I'm just going to apply it all around the face. Just take any excess down the chest. I'm not being too precise with this because I just want to look a little bit sun-kissed rather than too heavily contoured. Just going to pop a little bit extra underneath the cheekbones. And you know when you're like naturally sun-kissed, your nose goes really brown, doesn't it, out of your whole face. So try not to contour it too much, but just make it a little bit darker than the rest of your face. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of Iconic contour just under the cheekbones because it's a little bit more of an ashy tone, which actually makes it look like contour. You see the difference in the tone? Just there and there. A tiny bit there. Now for the blush, I am going to mix 2 liquid blushes. I want to avoid as much powder as possible. So for the blush, I'm going to use 2 liquid blushes by Sandler. Mix them up, pop them one together. So this is Luxe and Sun Glow. You only need a tiny, tiny bit. So I always just pop it on my hands and then on the cheeks. Literally like 1 or 2 drops is all you need. always like to pop a bit just in the middle of the face as well, just the excess. Next I am going to take some Vani-T Skin Gloss in Empress. Just pop this on the cheeks. A little bit on the nose and the forehead. And then I'm just going to mix it with a little bit of the Goddess colour as well. It's a bit lighter, if anybody is lighter in colour. And then I'm just going to take the brush and just stipple it on there as well. I'm going to take a little bit in here as well. Tiny bit underneath the brows here. And that's why I haven't done my brows yet. Now you just need the tiniest bit of powder. And maybe it's this sort of here. And that's the trick with glossy skin, is you keep this bit a little bit more matte. So I'm going to use the Vani-T brow cushion. I'm going to use the slightly lighter colour on a really thin brush. So this is the MAC 212. Just start adding in some little brow strokes upwards. So really, really lightly. I'll go a bit heavier on this one because I've got less hair. This is such a good colour because it's really ashy. And a lot of brow colours are too warm. I'm going to comb it through. So I'm just going to brush up the brows with soap brow. So a little bit of water on your brush. Just get that in there. I have laminated my eyebrows, so if you want to see the video on how I did that, I'll put it here. So my eyebrows brush up now, which they never used to. And I'm going to line the lips with NYX Natural Lip Liner. And then I'm going to pop on a bit of Tom Ford Heavenly Creature, just with my fingers this time. And then just finishing off with a bit of clear gloss. Just in the centre. So to finish off the eyes, I'm going to pop a little bit of liner on the inside rim. A tiny bit of metallic shadow just on the inside here. And then I'm going to apply a bit of the Beauty Pie mascara. And I'm just going to finish it off with some wispy lashes. And I always like to cover the bands with a bit of eyeliner afterwards. I feel like I could add a little beauty mark to this actually. What do you think? What do you think, with or without? Let's go with. So I'm just going to finish it off with Ready Set Glow by Vani-T. A bit of shake. See that now? That smells amazing. So that is the look complete. So thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing, and if anyone's got any other ideas of videos that you'd like to see, then please let me know.